Hi everybody, welcome back to Dicky Cycles. In this video I'm going to talk about when I went to Coventry University Sports Science Lab to take part in an air displacement procedure using BOD pod equipment to assess my fat mass, fat-free mass and resting metabolic rate. So although we've kind of covered this at the beginning, now I've had a bit of rest and time off, I wanted to look at it a little bit more scientific. So in the sports lab, you're able to do this machine. I work out my resting metabolic rate, which is the amount of energy expended in a fully resting state. The total energy expenditure is an amount of energy expended when both my RMR and my energy expenditure from physical activity are accounted for. So the BOD pod machine is a little reminiscent of when Captain America goes into his little pod, but he changes, I didn't. As you know, I've talked about Bodytrax, which tracks all this good stuff information, but I wanted to see how accurate it is against some scientific measurements. So that's what we've done, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
And be as tall as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is just to, when I say is just try and get as tall as possible without anchoring your head back, which everyone does. Apologies, cold hands. Okay. So I'm just going to orientate your head a little bit forward like that. Yeah. Okay. So now try and be as tall as you can. Okay. Excellent. And Holly's just going to bring it down onto his head. Okay. And then if you want to just drop down and then come out. So yeah, 180.5, well, 0.6.
So is that in there just to represent a body?
Yeah, so basically that's our volume that it's going to calibrate to. So it knows what that volume is, so
yeah.
It should be the same as what that volume is taking up, and then we know it's measuring correctly.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Here. I just need you to step on the scale here. Okay, if you want to now step on the scale, and then sometimes it helps to relax, is just put your hands on your knees. Perfect. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to close it now, so just nice relax, okay? You can remain still because we've just got another measurement to do. It likes to do two, just to make sure we're completely accurate. Okay. Yeah, it's okay, it's got your results for you. So if you want to step out now, and then you can remove the cap, which I'm glad you are glad to do. Love it. So basically, I don't know how this is, basically you're suggesting that you've got a potential body fat of 19.9. I don't know how that...
Well, on that Bodytrax thing it says 14.
14?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it under.
But then I use, like you said though, I use that at the very end of a session. So I like have go and have a steam as well, and then come out and super dehydrated.
You look better if you're dehydrated.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so that's the cut off from what we see. So and then basically what we've got here, it kind of like from that estimate, it tells you it's working off your fat-free mass, so how much muscle you have. The more muscle you have, the more calories you need. So so it can give you an estimate of how many calories you should require in a day. So this is kind of your resting metabolic rate. So if you did absolutely nothing, then it's 1,542 calories. Okay, but if you're more active, can you see this is kind of like your sort of daily calories that you required? It will increase. So Rick will put this all in the report so you can...
I'm not eating anyway. This is what I was saying, that I went and started training like full on, and I was probably eating between 15 and 1800 calories.
Yeah,
and I dropped quite a bit of weight,
Yeah.
And then I've come to that fatigue piece where then I've seemed to have stuck on body fat. I'm just tired. Yeah, so
when you go
that's
into
interesting.
starvation mode, your body reserve keeps on body fat.
Right.
So sometimes it's making sure you've got the balance of like making sure you're fueled sufficiently, and if you increase your muscle mass, it's better to fuel appropriately. If you're trying to lose weight, maybe 200 or even 100 calories per session.
Yeah.
Like really slowly do it. You shouldn't kind of reduce your body weight more than.
Okay, because I'm probably 2 hours a day. 5 days a week I'm doing 2 hours a day of hard training, and then 2 days a week I'm doing a 45-minute dog walk.
Yeah. So yeah, you're probably in this range if you think about it.
Right.
Active, so you at least need, that's just for you to live.
So about 2,700 calories.
Yeah. So work it out, but like basically, if you don't fuel, you need to fuel your activity, otherwise you won't be able to do that activity.
It's just going to have an adverse effect on my look and fat loss and stuff like that.
So sometimes it's better to be just more active and increase your muscle mass, and then the fat mass will drop.
Okay.
As you get older, it does get harder. But
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but just think about it. At the end of the day, you just want to be able to be fit.
Yeah. I mean, 2 years ago, I did a bike trip, and it was from Grenoble. It was a race from Grenoble down to Nice over the Alps. I got down to, ended up like 66 kilos by the end of it, but I was totally lean.
Yeah.
And we were eating a lot. Okay, I'll just get my mindset right back around that.
Yeah, and Rick can give some more information on that once we've got the report. But yeah, it's just really making sure that you are fueling yourself with appropriate protein. Like protein, you need to get really 20 grams of protein in after a ride to make sure that we are building the muscle mass that you've basically.
Yeah. There's a couple of websites out there that recommend how many calories you do, but I think I need to up that TEE, because the one I'm using one at the moment, and they seem to think that I need to have 2,300 calories to lose.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit to lose a little body fat.
That sounds, if you're just to lose.
Yeah.
It's just to take a little bit off, but you'll work it out. Like everyone's slightly different, and these are all like estimations. We don't know what actually active
means
in that category.
Right.
Rick will know what the actual category of active is, but everyone's so different. So active to you could be more burning calories more than someone else. So we're all slightly different. So after a while you'll work it out, but I would always start off more taking a little bit out, rather, what I mean by that is being under fuel yourself by 100 calories rather than 300 or 400 calories. And when I say under, I mean like you've estimatedly expended 500 calories in a session. You're only replacing, say, 400 calories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what Strava Garmin give us total expenditure when you do an exercise they're not that different.
Right. Yeah.
They're not that far off. But
so they're probably using the same calculation.
Yeah. So I just need to.
Yeah. So just
change that around a bit.
Yeah. It's something that you might work out over time. But the most important thing is fueling yourself quickly after you've finished, as much as your stomach can take in that, you know what I mean, like within a 2-hour window.
Right.
And making sure that you are fueling yourself appropriately.
Okay.
With the amount of calories that you have used.
Okay.
Right.
I'm excited by that actually, to know that I've been doing something completely wrong.
See how you get on, but for me, I think sometimes it's putting the work in. Especially during the training period, it's better not to be, if you're in a really hard training period, is not to worry about weight too much. Leading up to the event, you might want to slim down a little bit, but if we want to, at this stage, you want to be fit and consistently training.
Yeah.
If you're not consistently training, you're not going to increase your fitness. So at the moment, that your priority is to increase your consistency at training.
Yeah.
And then you can have a little play, not near the event, but prior to, like 2 months out, 3 months out, of how you can reduce your weight a little bit, but very little gradual changes. of decreasing your weight is the best way to go.
Okay.
No question.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, so but I'm sure we can help along the way.
If you like the content of this video, please like and subscribe. I'd be very grateful. Thank you.